I noticed you had this book out recently, looking through it, and is there something in that book that interests you?
Yes, I want to grow one thing this spring, and I want to grow giant tomatoes in a pot.
All right, so let's show them what you're going to be growing. This right here is what Mama's interested in growing this year, these giant tomatoes, and she's very excited about it. And she's going to be doing this very soon. She's got to order her seeds first.
Hi, I'm Mama. My grow bags and my tomato plants have finally came in. I have not taken my tomato plants out of the box yet. I wanted to wait until you were with me. Now I'll open the box. I guess these are the instructions for it. Wow, I can smell them. They got a strong tomato scent to them. I'll take one out of the box and show it to you. That's three. That's three in that plant, in that one thing. And I've got three more. And three more. I got a bunch to plant in my grow bags. And three more. There's my tomato plants. Look at this picture. I hope they grow like this picture shows here, and the instructions are on the back of it. I want to show you my grow bags. They are 12 inches deep and 12 inches wide, and they've got handles on each side to move them around wherever you need to put them. I hope they'll be big enough, and I'm sure they will, but just because you just put one plant in each grow bag, and I have 10 of them. The first thing I got to do is get soil in this bag, and my soil is over there. So let's get started. My daughter Annette is going to help me to get my soil together. This is a combination of compost and wood fine, and I'm going to add some perlite with it. This Happy Frog potting soil is a little expensive, but I'm going to add just a little bit with it. It says on the bag that it will jumpstart your garden. I hope it will jumpstart my tomato plants. This mix is so expensive, I'm just going to add 2 scoops to it. I recommend that you wet your soil first before you put it in your grow bag or container. Are you going to grow tomatoes this year? Leave me a comment below. It's time to get this bag filled up with potting soil. This bag held a lot of soil, but I'm not going to fill it all the way up to the top yet. Now it's time to put fertilizer in the soil. I'm going to use a tomato fertilizer put out by Dr. Earp. It's organic, and the NPK is 463. I'm putting about a half a cup in my grow bag, and I'm sprinkling it around. I'm going to mix it lightly on the top of the soil. Now I'm going to water it in a little bit. Here's my first plant that came in the mail. It looks pretty good. It's best to plant tomato plants deeply. I have a deep hole dug, so down she goes. You got to pack it in to get all the air pockets out. I'm going to give it just a little bit more water. Because this plant came in the mail in a box, I've got to harden it off before I put it in direct sunlight. Well, I got my tomato plant in the shade now to harden it off. But you'd be surprised how heavy this bag is of soil, so I had to get my daughter to help me lift it. To harden it off, it won't stay in the shade, but I have to introduce it to the sunlight gradually. I'm going to give you a great tomato growing tip. Whether you plant your tomatoes in a container or the ground, always plant them where the soil drains well. The soil holds the water even. If your tomato plant does not have the right amount of water consistently, it can cause a lot of problems. For example, flower drop, splitting, and blossom end rot. Your tomato plant has to have consistent watering to move the calcium into the plant. If not, you will have blossom end rot. Consistent watering is very important for tomatoes. They will crack and split if water is not consistent. What I mean is by consistent is do not give it too much water at one time and then go a long time without any water. It's to be evenly consistent as much as possible. Thank you for watching, and I invite you to come back to watch my tomato plants grow. We've got 13 tomato plants planted in the grow bags. What's your favorite tomato? Leave me a comment below.
What a big blessing it is to be a part of my mom at the age of 90, to grow tomatoes with her, and we're going to bring you back as the tomato plants grow to give you an update. We will see you soon.